The crisis in Ontario's long-term care homes continues. The death toll is mounting. New Democrat leader Andrea Horwath is asking where is Doug Ford and saying that he has done nothing to protect people in long-term care. Here's the question we ask. Good morning, and thank you for taking my call. The situation in long-term care, Ontarians were promised an iron ring would be put around long-term care homes, and there would not be this situation that continues to evolve. Here in Thunder Bay, the Southbridge Roseview has another death this morning, taking the total to 21, which is out of 23 in this healthcare unit. And there was a report done by the Ontario government that took a week to get that just outlines a total systemic failure. And I'm not going to put the blame on the workers in the facility. I'm not going to put the blame on anybody. This comes from management, and this comes from the province. Why can we not seem to get this right?
Well, thanks for the question, James. And my heart goes out to the families of folks who've lost their lives in the home, including the most recent situation. And I do want to say thank you to the PSW who was describing some of their experiences in the home down here in the south. But I expect that the experiences are similar in the long-term care homes that are in crisis around our province, including in Northwestern Ontario. And I think, I think it's a matter of priorities. I mean, this is why we launched our platform commitment, over a month ago now, a couple of months ago, when it comes to telling Ontarians that we will prioritize long-term care and senior care in Ontario. We will get the profits out, and we will make sure that people have much more choice, much more support, much more dignity, better quality of life. The reason it isn't that way now is because the Liberals, didn't prioritize it, and the Conservatives haven't built the long-term care iron ring that they promised. In fact, it was all just a bogus, boasting claim from Doug Ford, which never came to pass. And I was shocked the other day when the Minister of Health actually said that now the long-term care iron ring is translated into vaccinations. So was that the callous, inhumane calculation that the government had all along, that they were just going to let people suffer and die in long-term care for a year or more until the vaccinations came to Ontario? I mean, if that's so, there's just no way of describing what should happen to those folks in government that made those decisions. I mean, that is completely horrifying to think of, but the evidence is pretty clear that the government did nothing. And even yesterday, with the announcement that Doug Ford made around changes to measures here in Ontario that don't measure up to much, mind you, but nothing at all for long-term care, ignoring the humanitarian crisis that's unfolding, in Thunder Bay, as well as in University Rosedale here in Toronto. I mean, it's just, there's just no words to describe how horrifying the situation is, and how much gratitude we have for folks like the PSWs and and the paramedic who's with us this morning as well, because we know from family members, but family members haven't been able to get into the homes as frequently as they like. We hear from experts, medical experts particularly, but the frontline workers, the PSWs and paramedics themselves see it day in and day out, and I think it's pretty sad that folks are worried about retribution for telling the truth about what's really unfolding in long-term care.